Larry Bone, the author of India Street on Substack, is live with me right now. Why India Street?
Well, in New York, there's a part of New York called Murray Hill. Instead of Murray Hill, they call it Curry Hill. When I go there, I can get sweets.
Yeah.
I can get vintage clothing. I can get spices. I can
Yeah.
get anything about India. So I just want an India Street to be where you would just go and you would find out stuff about India, whatever like comes to mind. And I try to make it interesting when I go down to India Street. A little place on the second floor is where I got all my DVDs. I have a huge DVD collection, and I just like the idea that you could find whatever you wanted, and it would be great. So I tried to put that
Mm.
into India Street so that anybody could find out like whatever they are interested in or whatever they care about.
So you write about India Street because you're so attached to that community. You love the food, and you are very in tune with what happens. And I want to talk about this article that you wrote just a few days ago, maybe last week, about H1B issues. Right. So this is not the first time you're writing about H1B issues. I know you have written before about how the $100,000 fee only makes things worse. The lawsuits that are in court against it. But this one that you wrote on Feb 3rd is really about the new changes or the new announcement that came from the administration or the USCIS, right?
Yes.
Tell me about it. So what's new? What did they announce?
Well, they announced that the registration starts on March 4th at noon, and it ends on March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
And employers have to electronically register the employers with the at the USCIS website.
So it opens March 4th and then ends on March 19th, noon to noon
Hmm.
Eastern Time.
Right.
All the employers are asked to submit their applicants
Candidates.
or candidates
Yeah,
with a
applicants. Right.
$215 registration fee per candidate. So this is a screening process. So March 4th to March 19th is a screening. Once the screening is over, then they get 90
Exactly.
days from April 1st onwards, 90 days to submit more information of the ones that can proceed from that initial submission.
Exactly.
Okay. Um, Now, at what point does the 100,000 fee come in? Do we know?
I don't really know, and in the what I the sources that I checked, that there didn't really mention anything about that.
Yeah.
But I assume that as it gets closer to the selection, then that's when they would be asking for it. And then, but the other thing is with the court challenges, I don't know if it's overturned, if they'll even be able to ask for it. Like if it is overturned, when's it going to be pulled? Will it affect this group or not? And the whole thing is they got a green light on the appeal, and they're hoping to get some sort of result on the appeal before March 4th.
Yeah. So, um, I mean, with all the court cases that have gone on during this administration, I really don't have any hope anything gets overturned in favor of
Well,
anybody. But
that I think that's the general sentiment. I mean, of people that I've talked to, uh, they just sort of feel like this whole atmosphere of immigrants not being welcome is just putting such a damper on so many things that used to we do there never was a problem before.
yeah. Anyway,
So
yeah,
that's just
and that's a separate topic for sure.
right.
So you said there are lawsuits out there, and that verdict is probably going to come in by the 4th of March, right? Something like that.
Well, the appeal is the appeal of the decision where a federal court judge affirmed President Trump's right
Oh,
to
okay.
uh, to put that fee in um,
As an
by
executive order or
executive
something, right?
order.
It was an executive order or something.
Yeah, it was an executive order, and the whole whole means of contention is some people feel that he didn't go through Congress, nobody went through, and Congress originally greenlighted the program,
Mm,
and basically they were only looking at charging whatever it costs to run the program, and then
mm.
this thing comes through, and it's just totally another thing as far as
Yeah.
bringing in much more, like it's more of a punishment thing than an administrative thing.
Yeah. So the other important thing in this announcement is the levels. There are four levels. It's kind of a weighted level for like based on qualifications or I guess skill set.
Your odds of getting
The
selected.
odds of getting selected, and they have now level one, level two, level three, level four. Level one is like 15%.
Yeah, the level one is probably like the bachelor's
Mm,
or similar equivalent qualification, and then level four is the highest, like
yeah.
master's, PhD.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, level four times the chance of getting some of those candidates in. So this kind of favors the employers to have more people who are highly qualified to be in that list, so they have much better opportunity to get through and then pay the $100,000 fee. $100,000 fee is per person, or is it one
yes, or
per employer?
well, yeah, it's like per visa. It's
Oh
per
my God,
visa.
seriously? That's amazing. That's a lot of money. It doesn't
It is
help
a lot of money.
startups, does it? It doesn't help startups. It doesn't help maybe even the mid-sized companies who want to bring even highly qualified talent over from, say, India. Or,
Yeah, it probably hurts them the most.
yeah.
A lot of money.
So they'll have to pick and choose and maybe bring one person over.
You have something that happens out of the blue. Nobody knew it was going to happen. It's a huge change, and yeah, it throws everything into a limbo because the students at Columbia, they go back to India because they've actually borrowed money to come over to Columbia to study. And so if they can't get a job, then how are they going to pay that money back? I mean,
Yeah, because OPT, optional practical training, that's what allows F1 students in that visa category, or including Indians, to work up to 12 months postgraduate. They are also facing highly heightened scrutiny in
right.
2026 under the Trump policies. So they've not the program is still active. It's not terminated, the OPT program, but they're unsure about the future of it in a way. So that's what
Yeah,
when I run into a lot of people who are out of college, they're looking for jobs. They just don't know how to get a good job based on what they've learned. Uncertain
yeah,
right
it just
now.
it seems like it's uncertain, and it seems like it's going to be a lot more difficult than it used to be, and
Yeah,
that shouldn't be. I mean, depending on whatever you decide.
yeah. And the other thing I'm reading is the $100,000 H1B fees severely impacts nurses because U.S. hospitals rely heavily on foreign trained ones, like so doctors, nurses. I think there's a lot of people from India coming in that for that skill set, and so the 100,000 fee applies for them as well.
Okay, so no exemptions.
We don't know for sure, and that's the other thing. I think a lot of these things. I mean, glad this announcement came from USCIS about what their process is, so it becomes a little clearer about what the next steps are. You got the screening process, and then the next level. They've clarified the fees, but then there's a lot of stuff that is still uncertain about things. So we're not, hopefully more information will flow through. And I'm glad you write about this, Larry. So I just want to pivot to the fact that you write about these kind of things, because I think you've talked to people who have had trouble getting green cards and stuff like that, right?
Oh yes, it's just also I have friends, and I have one friend who is doing very well. And I was just talking to him, and he said at a certain point he's going back to India, and he's going to be interviewed. And
Mm.
based on that interview, they're going to let him stay in America, or he'll have to return to India. Now, his wife
Is he a
is
student? Is he H1B? What is the
no,
status?
he's not a student. He was actually he went to hotel management school in Mumbai, and he's done very well. And then also his wife is from Puerto Rico. They have a year and a half old child. I mean, his attitude of it is whatever God decides
Yeah,
I will
yeah. I
do.
think there are a lot of people in that situation. And really glad you write about these things, even just to bring awareness. So, and you, like we discussed in the beginning, have a lot of this passion about what happens in India, what happens to Indians, what goes on in that world, plus how that how closely connected you are with the community. Genuine interest in India. About H1B, I'm glad you wrote it. I'm glad we got to talk about it. It's a developing story. Let's see what happens. Let's hope those lawsuits will help more people, skilled people, come to the U.S. like they used to, and it doesn't create more of a barrier, and it helps more than hurts.
100%.
All right, all right, Larry. Thanks for your time.